Well, I've already recorded this little cliplet once before, but I didn't have the phone turned right, so it didn't turn out good when I was editing, so I had to run back out here and do it. In fact, as you can tell, this is not a truck that's usually in our videos, or that has been in our videos. It's a 2025 Ram 3500 Laramie. As you're used to probably seeing the red truck in all of our towing videos and stuff like that. We got this truck because we were tired of the lift, and just, you know, we tow that Hillcrest dump trailer all the time. Lots of weight on it. Our average load, 5 tons of gravel. Trailer weighs 4,000 pounds. We're pushing, just depends, anywhere from 16,000 pounds just on the trailer and stuff. So I mean, not crazy, of course, plenty of what the truck can handle, but when you're doing it all the time, it does wear on stuff. But we just wanted to get this because, it's 3500 single rear wheel. It's got the new ZF8 transmission. They've redesigned the engine a little bit. You don't have to worry about the grid heater failure anymore, because the intake horn, or whatever it used to be called, I'm not sure what they call it now, of course, but it's on the side of the engine, so you don't have to worry about that. And now it has glow plugs, which that could go both ways. Some people hate it, some people think, it's one of those things in the South, it's not the biggest deal. We're never going to be where it's super cold, so it doesn't really matter. Now, some of the big things, the rear differential has different gearing. I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe the 2025s, like the new ones, they have the 342 or 352 gearing, I believe, or at least in the single rear wheel. I know in the 3500, of course, you can get 410 gearing or 411, one or the other. But yeah, this has the midnight package, so it's got the Laramie, I'm assuming Laramie midnight package rims, or these just might be the midnight package rims, I'm not sure. All the blackout, which looks really sharp. It's a good looking truck for sure. Now, one of the big differences as well is on the 2500s, Rams known for having cool spring on their 2500s and not leaf springs like most of the competitors, where the 3500s have leaf springs, which, just helps with sag when you're towing and stuff like that. Here's the Hillcrest, doing amazing as always. There'll be a upcoming video on this alone, just a year review. If you haven't checked out Hillcrest and you're in the market for a dump trailer, this is the best bang for your buck dump trailer. And it's not, you think bang for your buck, oh, it's not going to be up to quality. This is really heavy duty built. It's got the 8K axles. You can't get it with the 7. It'll lift anything. We've probably had maybe 17,000 pounds of dirt in this trailer, and it lifted it without a problem. It was definitely overloaded for sure, but I mean, it just keeps chugging. We've had no issues at all. I mean, it's just been a great dump trailer. We've got our new logos here on the back. Need to trim up some stuff, but going down the road, just got some magnets and stuff on there. But yes, there's tons of competitors out there, and I know Hillcrest is really starting to change, like making tons of different trailers. Their new gooseneck trailer it's engineered neck. It's got a lower floor, it sits lower. It's just it's a heavy hitter in the gooseneck market. Same with their dump trailers. I mean, now they have triple axle 7s, stuff like that. Now, I will say, if you're going to be hauling, you can get away with the 777 and be able to haul that 21,000 pound GVWR, but you're not going to last as long, because having that third axle, especially when they're the smaller 7K axles, it's really going to wear on those axles, and not, because they're going to be skipping a lot more, where with the dual 8s, you can still tow, or haul, close to 13,000 pounds, which you could get away with 7 tons. Not recommended, but you could probably get away with it, every once in a while, and you're never going to hurt the trailer. But, if you're hauling, I just feel like the 7, the 777s, you're going to have a lot more wear on them. over time. But I mean, still, the trailers are built amazing either way. I mean, you know, I've heard a lot where the welds aren't so far, which, you know, every company is going to have a few welds that just don't make it through, but I've never seen where it's just absolute horrid welds. But you know, it's just a great trailer. But anyway, that's not what this is about. We'll make another video about this. But back on the truck, it does have a really cool feature where it's got trailer or tire pressure monitor sensor things that can go in. It's a, you know, valve stem and a sensor. You take your old valve stems out of your trailer tire, you put those in, and then you'll be able to read your trailer tire pressure in your truck. You know, great. We're gonna do it eventually on this, just because, you know, we tell all the time it'd be great, but it's really good for, you know, campers, stuff like that, where, you know, you just need to know you know, that way in case something happens, you're not, you know, having a blowout going down the road, especially on a nice camper or a toy haul or something like that. But this truck also does have the trailer tow pages, which I believe come standard on all Laramies and is an option on the lower trim, Bighorn, stuff like that. But it comes where you can like set with the trailer tow pages. It comes with the tire pressure sensors. It also comes where you can have 2 auxiliary cameras on your trailer, you know, if you're having a camper or something like that. And it also has like a little button you can push, and it'll test all your lights. When you're on that page, it'll show your, you know, all your temperatures that you need to be concerned with when you're towing, stuff like that. And yeah, it's just a cool. Now this one also has the knob where you can like steer the trailer as well. Personally, we haven't played around with it too much. We played with it a little bit, and it's kind of like but if you've never backed up a trailer, I could definitely see where it would be useful. But so far we haven't really had a huge use for it. But yeah, as you can see with some of the shorts I've been posting, I do have a Fuller, and, you know, I do like riding it and stuff like that, and I'm definitely going to be posting with that. It's a 2026 Sportsman 570 Trail, so if you're interested in that, go watch those shorts. Definitely going to make some trail riding videos and stuff like that. Not really sure, just kind of doing stuff for fun. You know, of course, we're not going to go straight towards that. You know, we're always going to have this and stuff, but, you know, it's always nice to have some variety. But anyway, I just wanted to put this clip in. Make sure to enjoy the rest of the video, and have a great day, guys.